Back when I saw IMBIBITOR LUNAE gameplay, I was like, oh. Now, I changed my mind. I am not gonna pull for Danhang IMBIBITOR LUNAE, but instead, I'm gonna pull for XUAN. Now, calm down. Let's address the situation. Why am I skipping this character? As everybody knows already, right? IMBIBITOR LUNAE is gonna be extremely powerful. But his crazy damage comes with a price. Now, there are aspects of a character that I give value to. So to me, personally, I have different values than other people, of course. And I value some stuff way more than other stuff, So why am I not pulling for Danhang IMBIBITOR LUNAE anymore? I'm not pulling for many reasons, actually. So first of all, it's very skill point hungry, right? We know this, but that's not only just, oh, you just have to do the ult and you get 2 Squama Sacrosancta and you can offset 2 of the skill point. No, it's not just that. Considering that you want to like use his triple attack as often as possible, you're gonna need a very high amount of skill points, to the point that I believe I'm not a theory crafter, but I've heard that you cannot do the triple enhanced basic attack every time it's his turn. You can't. It's too much. I think. I'm not sure. But even if that wasn't the case, you still need a lot of skill points, which means that you can't play the other characters. Let's say you have to heal. Let's say you have to do some tank ability. Let's say you don't have enough skill points to do the triple attack. Then at that point, his damage falls from being the most broken in the game to on par, right? Also, it's an imaginary unit, so you want to run him. If you don't have silverwolf, you have to run him with like only in an imaginary weak enemy situation. So you have to give him a dedicated team of characters that don't use their skills too much, but at the same time you want to buff him. You see how like it becomes really complicated? On top of that, if you are using Yukong to accompany Mr. Hang here, that means that you need to build Yukong as well. So if you never used Yukong, because like we had Tingyun, right? Tingyun fits way more in every team compared to Yukong kit, right? Me included. We got the free Yukong, right? And then we never played or we never built her, which means that now after you get Danhang, not only you need to build him, but you also need to build Yukong. And you know how the stamina is. We don't have much fuel. We don't have much stamina for now. 1.3 is going to change that. It's going to be a little bit easier, but that doesn't negate the fact that we have to spend a lot of stamina hunting for relics, trying to be lucky, getting crazy relics, and Danhang is an hyper carry, right? So he needs the classic, really annoying and hard to get attack, speed, crit rate, crit damage. Well, actually not speed too much. That's a problem. Why not speed? Do you know what the problem is? The problem is that he needs to be the slowest of the team, because you're supposed to like buff him and then he goes, right? But at the same time, he needs to be able, or if you want to play it efficiently, he needs to be able to go twice. So you need to buff him in a way, or build him with specific stats even more strict than usual, because you need to be careful how much speed you give him, and he needs to hit the threshold of 134, I believe, to go twice in a cycle, and while at the same time everybody else that needs to buff needs to go before him, which makes everything more problematic to set up. So if you're not using silverwolf, you can only after you do all of this, you only go against imaginary, right? So it's not like a one-man wonder, because it's like so big, so needy, so expensive. Not needy, it's so expensive that but at the same time you can put him everywhere you want and it's gonna carry like regardless. No, not even. That's the problem. If you don't have silverwolf like me, yeah, you can laugh now. Okay, so yeah, that's why I'm not pulling for Danheng. Now the thing is, I have other hyper carries. I have Sele, I have Jingyuan, I have Kafka, and I have Yanqing. Now, Yanqing I'm gonna replace. I didn't build him past 60 because I'm gonna get Jing Liu. So that thing, by the way, is gonna be really annoying because I'm gonna have to pull for Fushuan, and then after that, I believe on the patch 1.4, the first phase is gonna be Jing Liu if we go by drip, right? So it's gonna be way different than. It's gonna be way more complicated. But yeah, and I have 4 hyper carries, so I do not need necessarily a character like Danheng because my account already has units that can perform very well. Now, his light cone is extremely valuable, Danheng, because like his light cone gives crit rate as long as other stuff I don't really remember, but it gives crit rate. So, which means that with that one, you kind of have to get it. You don't have to, of course. You never have to get any light cone. But if you get his signature light cone, that means that you can have enough. It's probably going to be easier to build crit rate. That way, you can change your body piece from crit rate to crit damage. That way, you can increase his damage even more. So, you know how complicated, how extremely not versatile and very resource intensive this thing is. So by like thinking on like my account situation, the units that I have, not having silverwolf, so I cannot use him everywhere. I don't have Yukong build, so all of this makes me want to skip. So yeah, that's why I'm not pulling for Danheng. Now, why am I pulling for Fushuan? I have Gepard and I have Fire MC. Why am I pulling for Fushuan? First of all, I believe that Fushuan can solo sustain, right? I am in no need of tanks and I am in no need of healers. I have Gepard, I have Fire MC, I have Bailu, and I have Luocha. Now, so in theory, I do not need this. I do not need Fushuan either. Now, why do I want to get Fushuan? I want to get Fushuan because as a tank, she provides way more values than Fire MC, right? So she would be my main tank. At the moment I'm using Gepard, but it's not level 80, it's not built, it's like bootleg Walmart Gepard. It's like it works, but it could be way stronger. I really like Gepard as well. So what I'm gonna do is, I think we're getting Harmony, MC, so that way I will switch off MC from tank to whatever it's gonna be, like a buffer, like a support. And I'm going to use Fushuan as a main tank and Gepard as second tank for MLC. Or whenever I want to do some shield related comp. Fushuan is extremely good. Fushuan can solo sustain. She has more HP scaling than Blade. Her light cone is whatever. And it's really good, but at the same time, you don't need it because the Herta light cone that you can buy, it's extremely good. So you could get that one instead. If you didn't use your tokens. So she's easy to build because she doesn't need anything, like she doesn't have to do much damage. Yeah, you could fish some attack here and there, but you need HP because she scales with HP, right? So you need a ton of HP and then maybe some defense. Because like what she does, I'm pretty sure you know the kit, but I'm gonna like quickly explain it in like 2 seconds here. She mitigates the damage that other characters take, right? Other teammates take. So like 60, I believe, 60%, 68% of the damage that they take, that the teammate take is taken by Fushuan. When she goes below 50%, she reverses time and she gets back 80%, I believe, of her HP. So she goes from, let's say she's 40% hit. Below 50, 40%, back to like 80% HP, 85, 90% HP. So it's going to be really, really crazy. She has 1 stack of this, but when you do the ult, you get it back, like it resets. So you kind of want to have alt up every time, so you can offset the loss of the rewind, right? That so I'm thinking it's like she's really easy to build, but I believe if you do not get the light cone, you need to get a energy recharge rope just to make it so it's easier to generate that alt back up again before you need to trigger that again. Let's say it's like a big fight. Now I do not need her to solo sustain, right? Because like I have Luocha and I have Bailu. I don't want to use Bailu anymore because I'm really sick of I used her until Luocha, so for like a month or something, so as main healer. So I'm kind of tired of the RNG. I'm really tired of it. The ult is okay, the res is fine, but I would really like to use Lynx, which I am gonna get because her banner is really crazy. If you don't have Pela C6, there's Pela in the banner as well, so you get huge value from the banner. On Fish One you have Pela, Lynx, and Hook. So yeah, Fish One, even though I don't need her, it's gonna be a nice tank for me. And I feel like even getting Lynx that has like the AoE cleanse is gonna be way more value for my character, for my account on the long run compared to other characters. Like I do not need Dan Hang hyper carry because I have other characters, but for now I am gonna skip Dan Hang and get Fish One. Fish One is way more value to me in my eyes. It's way more value. It's gonna be very skill point efficient. I like when characters are skill point efficient. I love Luocha healing. The Luocha is crazy. You barely have to do anything with Luocha. You just wait and it does like the field, and then it does the automatic key, and then you have the ult again. Ult, it removes the debuff. That's crazy. If you like, just saying it out loud is crazy. So Fish One, to me personally, it's way more value on the long term. I'm gonna have way more fun and way better time doing stuff with Fish One compared to Dan Hang because I have other DPS. That said, Dan Hang is an extremely strong unit. I am in no way saying that it's not good. It's the opposite, basically. But for my account, I do not need him. I know that I don't need him, so I'm that type of person that I'm way more interested in building a really nice, tight, and like strong account variety compared to like having a cool guy or cool girl. That has a little bit of value as well, but it needs to be crazy. Otherwise, I am not compelled to pull for the husbando or waifus if the character is not crazy, which it is in this case. But in my current situation, I would like to get Fish One for the reason that I said. Going into 1.3, there's going to be like another 100 pulls in 1.3. Hopefully when Fish One comes, I will have enough. I have enough to guaranteed, but I still need to save a little bit for Jingliu. So yeah, I think this was like just a heads up video on where I'm at with these two characters, who I'm going to pull and why. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you like the video, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this or news and stuff like this for other games that you might like. But yeah, thank you for watching and see you next time.